This animal shelter in Moncton reported a 15% increase in intakes last year, and more are expected as cost-related factors are putting pressure on pet owners.
Timber is upstairs, so Timber's a Mastiff. She was surrendered to the shelter before Christmas, and her family unfortunately made the difficult decision. She had swallowed a foreign body, I believe it was a chew toy, and they simply couldn't afford the surgery to remove it. The family, they made the best decision that they could for them and her. They just couldn't take on another bill.
The shelter is also seeing a rise in the number of people using its pet food bank. It was accessed over 600 times last year, up from nearly 200 times in 2021.
I'd much rather see someone, use that little bit of money towards buying food for their family, or maybe paying electric bill, or we've had folks say, hey, we put that towards a down payment or the deposit on a rental, and if we can support them temporarily with pet food, we keep that pet out of the shelter with their family, and the kennels here available for the most critical cases.
According to the NBSPCA, this is a worrying trend across the province. The number of calls to their hotline increased by 4% in 2025.
I think we continue to experience that convergence of the cost of living increases, high cost of vet care, and also the social trends that we see in terms of the downturn in the economy. People may or may not have access to the same paying job that they once had. People are having difficulty finding affordable, pet-friendly rental accommodations because the housing market is so tight.
Cassie Martin knows firsthand what it's like to be grappling with household bills while being met with hefty vet bills. She paid nearly $400 to treat her cat Henry for an oral hematoma, which causes pain and swelling in the ear.
Once we completed the treatment, we noticed that the health issues were still continuing. We contacted the vet again. They were looking at another $400 for us to bring him in at that point in time. So we tried to treat it on our own. We just got over-the-counter medications and bought ear mite medication from the vet when we could, but we weren't entirely sure that it was the ear mites that was causing the issue.
When things got worse, she was left with a difficult decision.
When we contacted the vet, we were given the option of them seeing him for $300 plus the cost of any tests that needed to be run, or we were given the option of euthanizing him because of his age, which was $400.